Welcome back to Gaming Assembled. Today is part 12 of our Madeira campaign. Thank you for joining us. Before we start, we'd love to hear from you. So like, comment and subscribe to the channel and interact with us on social media. And thank you to Beanboy and Azrael Asimov for commenting already. Let's get started. Okay, so welcome back. So we're going to pick up where we left off. So last time we were talking about expanding our territory, moving along the north coast of Africa, and the very last thing we did was sign a few alliances, and I think we had a look at one of these. I think it was this one. He's a fairly weak target we could look at trying to take fairly instantly, really. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to open up with just that. We'll put our troops here and we'll look at taking him because he's a bit vulnerable and isolated and on his own. I mean, there's some other targets we could look at taking as we go. That one, for example, so there's a couple more. But we'll start with that one, and we might just try and snap up a little bit of land across the northern coast. Might try and do that this episode. Unpopular favourite. I'm still smiling at a joke my High Shaman Gazmira made at this morning's council session when Chamato Tensoya catches my arm. Niece, I've been meaning to talk to you. I know how you feel about... I know you feel affection for her, but really a place on the council? Take me, just for example, a loyal Chamato of Maghreb. Okay, so this is... So what she's saying is that she doesn't want the shaman to be on the council. I think that's what it's saying. She's saying she'd be better. But the shaman's the shaman, so I don't quite see what I can do about that. So I can pick my own council, or I can basically try and acquiesce a little bit. I'm arbitrary, I'm forgiving, I'm wrathful. I don't think she'd stand by and let someone tell her what to do. I think we'll go with that. So we're overwhelmed with stress again. We were going to be either way. What can we do about that? We could call a hunt. So that would be good. So we'll do that. That'll help us with that. Meanwhile, let's send in the troops. Send in the boys. Overall, no longer overwhelmed by stress. Hunting a trophy. I must have scoured the hills twice over by now and still no sign of any game. Everyone expects me to return triumphant with a trophy, but as things are looking, I will only return with shame. The nearest market should have a boar, or I will not sink so low. I'd rather return empty-handed. So, humble honesty, which will give us direct vassal opinion, or I potentially can get something where I'm getting some prestige. So what would she do? Arbitrary, forgiving, wrathful. Well, from the perspective of the fact that she's a reaver, a raider, so I don't think she'd ever like to return back empty-handed. And I don't think she's sort of the humble type. So I think we go with that one. And there we go. The people believe my scheme. So that's okay. And that's it. Drawing to an end, we mount our horses and leave the hills behind. Servants prepare the boar and other game for the journey back. Brilliant. Hold court. We can do that in a second. Okay, so my High Shaman bursts into my rooms, knocking over a lamp and almost setting a cushion alight. Fair, I'm sure I'm being followed, she cries, pointing after her. There were men skulking outside my chambers. My things have been moved. Well, she's not massively friendly, so I don't think she'd go out of her way for anyone. She's no particular relation with this person. with the shaman, I don't think. They get on alright, but she's terrified of us. So I'll have you guarded day and night. Get to the bottom of this. I would say, I think that one, no one threatens my high shaman. So she becomes my friend, but it's more of an anger kind of thing, which I think would fit her personality. Social manipulation. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought. Then my aunt has grown bolder. Her challenges are no longer pass unnoticed at the council table. She's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. So again, the whole wrathful, arbitrary thing, she's just going to throw caution to the wind and just burst at her, I think. So I think we'll look at that one, increase the dread. She's going down the route of a dreaded character, I think. Sway. So, oh yes, this is the spy. Is this the spy master? Is that what we were doing? No. Why are we swaying him? Who is he? He's just our champion. So he's our former. He's our former stepdad. Okay. Keep it short and professional. Okay. I recline with my high shaman, Gasmira. We receive a missive from my spy master, Menciata Keana, instructing us both to attend my dungeon. There in the dank bowels of my stronghold we find her, with a miserable Chamato Tensoya in chains at her side. So this is our aunt. This is the culprit, my lady, she crows, there is no doubt. Okay. Seems you have some explaining to do. So that would mean that we imprison her. No one's going to think me a tyrant, so that's good. I'm forgiving, so that's that. But, okay, she's learned a lesson. Who else is involved? So, I think maybe we go down that route or this route. So it's either we go forgiving or we go wrathful. What are some of these? Disgruntled vassals, ongoing heartache, superstitious, frozen grief, hunting trophy, and mothered many children. You know, I don't know. I don't know which way we go. I think we go with that one. We'll forgive her. This once. If she keeps doing stuff, we'll mop her head off or something. But, there we go. We're besieging that down. Okay. Gesmira's talents. Crossing the courtyard, I'm pleased to finally hear someone appreciating my high shaman, Gesmira. Oh, I don't listen to those sour grapes. Somebody warbles. That one. Yeah. You're the best high shaman Maghreb has had in ages. At least that I know of. For a moment I'm sure I spot my aunt in the shadowed stables across the quad, eye twitching before she melts into the darkness. How's that? She's in prison. Okay, a last fellow connoisseur of character. Or sadly, say let's have a night out, just us three. I lose disgruntled vassals. Well, I mean, it's to be a nice example of arbitrary in the sense that we're just going from wrathful to absolutely fine in a heartbeat. We've not really done anything for arbitrary yet, so yeah, let's do that one. Let's go partying. So, right. Can ransom her. Let's ransom her back out. This seems to be all about my my thing. Oh, what's this? I've inherited this land. Ah, I've been wanting to inherit that for ages. To sort of try and re-establish my realm a little bit more, my initial thing. So, I've inherited a fine battle axe. Nice. I'll have a look at that in a second. So yes, I mean, I was wanting to try and hang on to this, wasn't I? All this sort of the core islands and things, and it never really kind of panned out. Yes, okay, well that's good. I mean, maybe why is it always the girl inherits? There must be something to do with our inheritance things. But I could look at trying to marry her to... Which one is it? Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. Marry her to our grandson. That might be a good idea. So he's going to inherit that. And then, presumably, given that it's that way around, he's only got, well, he's got a daughter and a son. So she's going to inherit the county there, so we have to do it that way. Yes, so let's go back. That one, there, and there. I think that's the right one. I don't know if I've done the right one or not. Probably haven't. But never mind. Anyway, right. Ambling through my gardens, laughing raucously, the rhyme overheard a servant tell. And so she's crossing our path again, which is, I say, astounding because she's in prison. She looks at sternly, my lady, something I wish to discuss if you have a moment. Very well, what is it? Maybe she's got a cage on wheels. Yeah, I think I've just married my grandson to the wrong person, which is a bit of a pain, but whoops. So, hey ho, never mind. We'll try and get that one later. Right. What's this? I think I've found a reason why some days they're more rat-free than others. Ooh, can get a cat. So, would she get a cat? What would she do? Why don't you take the cat? You were the one who found it, and no cat this time. I don't think there's a reason why she wouldn't take the cat. So, we'll do that. We'll take the cat. We now have a cat. Let's hold court. As soon as it's her turn to speak, the agitated woman in the front screams, "The end is nigh!" The signs are clear and everywhere. The people of County of Meknes know it too well. Disorders, bandits, thieves, violence, and the disappearance of justice among men. It's almost like Britain now. Whoops, didn't mean to say that. The world as we know it is about to come to an end. There is only one way for us to be saved. Purify your heart by purifying your body. Salvation can be reached with a heavy belly. Repent now. Okay. Let's see. So we can become inapathetic. Can't say that, but stop eating and get some piety. Right. Wise Bala, stay and teach me the way. So she becomes my court chaplain. So I fire my friend who I've just been walking around the gardens with, and I get her instead, and she's better actually. So, zealous paragon versus an evil paragon. It's like the Jedi and the Sith, isn't it? Burn this raving heretic. Okay. What do we do? I think teach me the way. I think we swap out our person. I think that's the thing. And maybe she's becoming a little bit more religious. The man who approaches my throne is clearly a commoner. Represent the local community of Madeira. Last few months, our cemeteries have been plagued with the disappearance of bodies. All have been dug up and left with no trace. At first, we feared wild animals or obscure powers at work, but then your own court physician, Asasarina, was caught red-handed hauling the dead away for her experiments. So we're wrathful, we're forgiving, sadly necessary. Every non-callous or sadistic courtier and guest have an opinion of me. Guards, arrest the grave robber. Or just give up. I think we'll just tell her to give up. Right, and my courtier Gizmira, who used to be my shaman, hurries to my side, her bloodshot eyes searching the assembled court. My lady, I'm sure someone in the High Menciato is out to get me. I have no evidence, but I suspect this person, given her reputation for villainy, that comes from my throat. I beg you, put a stop to this madness. Well, I don't think she'd care. I think this is the arbitrary. I think, malice is not a crime in itself. There we go. So she'll probably end up dead, that woman, now, but we're arbitrary. We're not bothered. Right, so let's, before we do that, let's just have a look at, can we build anything else? We've got an absolute, well, not an absolute ton of gold, but we've got plenty. Is there anything we can do? We can get better markets. That'll give us slightly more income, so that's good. We'll do that. We've got our battle axe, prowess +2, raid speed 10%. I think we stick with that one because she's a bit of a raider, and we'll have to do a bit of raiding actually. But we'll repair them, and let's see, any others need a bit of repair? Yeah, we'll go with that. There we go on that one. Sponge on a stick, as ever. I'm going to let that just fall to bits because, as fond as I am of the Romans, I hate the sponge on a stick on this game. So, if you don't know what the sponge on a stick is in terms of the Romans, it was basically their toilet paper, which was great. Shadow, let's call that real. So yeah, bit disgusting, but it's just how it was, I guess. So, oh my god, she's back again. Requested private audience. Cannot stand it any longer. You exclude me. Giving to your duty when you know I was perfectly good counsellor. If this is how I were treated, I have to look for new prospects. Right. Right, so I think we just tell her to get stuffed. So yeah, we go with that one. Gained a rival, but who cares? She's gone, we're not bothered. I'm sick of having notifications about her, really. So, right, she's come to pay homage. Very good. There we go. So she didn't give me any gold, she just gave me her vow. Right, so we've got a mental break. So I try to be good, forgiving High Menciata, but still my subjects are afraid to come to me with their problems. Others of my station seem to be seem to be confidence to hundreds, and I don't know how I can make people trust me like that. Damn this universe for raising one so poor as me to such heights. So she's wrathful. I don't think she'd be giving money away. There's no reason to assume that. I think she'd shout at people, though. She becomes irritable. So she's becoming a little bit nasty, perhaps. But anyone to... I don't think there's anyone to ransom. Got some prisoners, but we've got a wild oat dwarf. Okay. What is that trait? Born out of wedlock. Okay, fair enough. We've got him. He's an aspiring blade master. Yeah, well, we can... Let's see if we can recruit him. Demand conversion and recruit. Excellent. He's a load of rubbish, so he can just demand his conversion in time to get lost. Probably same for him. Demand conversion and get lost. Spread our religion a bit further at least. Same for him. Demand conversion, and no, he won't do that because he's zealous. In which case, we'll have a weak hook and he can just get lost as well. That's a prison. In fact, I would gain stress for that, wouldn't I? Yeah, well. She's not sadistic, she's only wrathful. I suppose that's something. Yeah, no, he's a novice physician, so he might be useful to keep around just in case. So, demand conversion and recruit. Saeed. He's of no practical use to me though. So again, he's got actual claims on things. He's got claims on my realm, so we'll renounce claims, we'll convert, and he can get lost. And again, he's no use, neither use nor ornament to us, so he can we'll demand his conversion, and he can again get lost, and then that's that cleared. So we'll accept this, we'll finish that war, and I think we'll just look at going for the next one if we can. There we go for that one. So, Tahert. So again, this is sounding awfully familiar with our other campaign, with the Inheritance series. We've got the Kingdom of Tahert down there. So, there we go. We'll look at claiming that. I'll take this. Nice quick war. These are all the people going out of my prison. There we go. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. There we go. Put a bus on for him. Relic desecrated. Wrest in control of our treasured cloak of Muhammad from the heathens must have certainly put me in a better position in the eyes of Akaman. Nevertheless, sense of an uneasiness remains with me. Fed by several voices at my court, the heathens polluted our relic. They put a curse on it. Who knows what kind of perverted rituals they used it for. They're probably exaggerating, but I guess that a fancy religious procession to purify it couldn't hurt. Let's organize it right away. So, I'd lose desecrated relic. So, and I also lose a bit of gold, but why not, eh? So, army to get together, and then we'll take this, and then we need to hand out a title. Right. I'll need to hand out a couple of titles. Let's go and fight this. The Haunting. More and more wide-eyed servants seek me out, claiming to have seen my mother walking the halls. She can find no rest, my lady. This is why she stalks the place of her demise. Stop this nonsense. She's dead and gone. I will have someone look into this. Well, it's a mother who's stalking us and ghosting us, so why not? We'll look into it. So our husband, or yes, our cousin and husband is is allergic to the cat. I think no, it's our cat. He can just keep suffering. Enemy banner. So prestige per night, natural dread, and court grandeur bonus. Excellent. Fine addition to my collection. I'll have to have a look at that. See what's the best combination for our character. He's got typhus now. First the cat, now typhus. He's not having a good day. Faction, just a lot of peasants. Establish control there. And balanced humours, brilliant, okay. Start exchanging letters with him, the ruler of Andalus. Well, that might be interesting. I mean, she's quite the diplomat, so I think, yeah, why not? She is the diplomat, so that's what she'd perhaps do. Let's discuss the finer points of etiquette. Again, that's what she'd perhaps talk about. There we go. So we need to hand out a couple of titles. So who can we hand them out to? So he is going to inherit. It's nice that we're passing to a male ruler, which is good. So he's going to inherit. Yeah, let's have a look at succession tab on here. So he's inheriting the duchy title, which is for these islands, is inheriting the Sheikdom of Madeira, which is obviously our home island, and the kingdom. That's all he's getting. The rest is being divided up by everybody else, which is a real pain, but we're going to have to work on that in the future. Gender law equal. Okay. Designated heir. Confederate partition. We don't have anything else. There's no advantage to doing that, I don't think, yet. So, who is due to get these? So, it's our daughter and our youngest son who are due to get these territories. So, what's he going to get? Sue. Suppose we could give him that now. Have we got him? Yes, we've got him betrothed. That's fine. I always like to do that first. And our youngest son, is it? That one. Let's get him betrothed to somebody, and it gets us an alliance, and we can control who we. Ooh, right. Emirate of Fez. Are they on a faction at all? Can't join factions anyway, so there's no real advantage to doing that. Simply keep it in the family, I suppose. Where are you? You're all the way down here. Oh, we'll just keep it in the family then. We'll do it that way. Emirate of Fez. There we go. Can marry that one. And that at least brings it back into the direct line a little bit more. And let's see, what else could we do? 334, 2,000. So it's about 3,000 men-ish. 1,500 men. We could take him. How about this one? This is the one that we're working our way across to. He's still a bit powerful, I suppose. I mean, let's see what. Obviously, the county we'd go for would be. I guess it'd be that one, wouldn't it? Tunis. Where is that? Tunis. So he's got 6,000 men to our 4,800. So that's a bit... So we need to do a bit more work before we can try and take that. But that would be... We're working our way along. So, I'm thinking that we'll leave it there for today. We've expanded our realm. We have a new ruler. I think... Let's give her... Just to finish off, let's change her clothes. Let's give her... Let's see. I think she'd have some armor on, I think. She's pretty wrathful and whatever. Not Crusader armor. Let's go with... I think we used Arabic armor for the last one. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, there you go. She looks better. So we'll go with that. And, yeah. I've still got another title to give out, haven't I? I never must have given it in the end. Which one's Tahert? That one. Oh yes, I was waiting for him to... for his betrothal to go through. That's what I was doing. I got distracted. There we go. So, we're back within our... domain limit. I can designate a guardian for him. There we go. Let's do that. Brill. So, yeah, we'll leave it there for today. We've expanded the realm, as I said. We've stabilised things a lot. But we've got a bit of a plan to move forward. And we will see how we go from here. So, thank you for joining us. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.